this stage. So that's where we stand right now. Let's bring in the management at Blue Star, Mr. B. Thiagarajan, Executive Director and President. The AC Products business is joining us right now. Mr. Thiagarajan, thank you very much for joining us. Good to have you here. Prashant this side. Could you talk to us, sir, about what you're seeing in the market in terms of growth? I was reading your comments in another interview which you gave recently. You were saying that you expect the season to be pretty soft.
True. When the season began, we were thinking that the market should grow by around 15%. And our own goal was, if the market is growing by 15%, we should grow by 25%. The March was a very fantastic month, so we even thought that it may even touch 20% growth during the summer months. So we thought anywhere between 25 to 30% we will grow. But the April was, most part of the country it rained. Summer was setting in late, and then in May there was some respite on some places like West, but then Eastern India completely or South rained. Then in June anyway the monsoon, though it was delayed, in other parts it continued to rain. So it was a summer which was very soft. And the onset of monsoon has already happened. So in the process, I do not think the June actual figures are not out yet for the industry. I think the market would have just grown by 5%. That's about all. And Blue Star would have touched, I think, 15% growth in the room air conditioners part of it during this period. So it is a disappointing summer, and though the summer rains affected many other sectors very badly, including agriculture, in our case, it is all in the game. Like if I am going to be in this business, I should be prepared for 1 or 2 summers will be like that. So it doesn't matter at all. And over the years, we see the demand during the festival season, though it is winter, is not very bad. So I have a feeling it is still possible that the room air conditioners industry ends up with the annual growth of around 10%. And Blue Star own ambition is to close the year with around 20% growth. Otherwise, it would have been 30 plus kind of, which is not going to happen this financial year.
So, just to clarify, you said that the industry room air conditioner market in June would have grown about 5%. That's your estimate,
April,
right?
May,
Just June, or that was April to June, April in Q1 basically.
That is right.
And you're saying that your expectation, this is volume, right? Volume growth.
No, whenever I talk the volume has got absolutely no meaning, because somewhere window air conditioners, some 2-star models and all, it is better to look at the value when we talk to the financial press or analysts or fund managers. So the numbers really does not reveal the actual picture. I am talking in value terms.
Value terms, fair enough. And you said that with the industry value growing about 5%, you would have grown about 15%.
That is right. I am 5 also. I am guessing it should have been at least 5. There are other players who are saying it would have been a negative growth, because if you see the IIP figures itself, the consumer durables have fared very badly, right? So in this particular season, air conditioners, if it would have done well, that figure could have been slightly up, but that is also not the case.
Yeah. And for the full year, you expect to grow about 20% compared to 30 if the overall situation would have been better, right?
That is right. Last year, for example, we grew over 30%. I am right now thinking that 20 is doable. It is a bit of a challenge, but still it is possible to do. See, the demand is not arising out of summer alone. In terms of the consumer durable categories at home, research after research reveals that people have got refrigerators, washing machines, microwave oven, color television, two-wheeler, four-wheeler. Air conditioner comes after the four-wheeler. That is the reality actually. So many households who have got all do not have an air conditioner. And with the living conditions becoming tougher, the air conditioners are the immediate durable people are going in for. So this is a category which I think for next 10 years will continue to grow. I do not see any kind of a degrowth in this segment at all because we are still a very minuscule market, and this is going to be the trend that I would say, if you ask me, on a 5-year period, CAGR will be in excess of 15%. It is a category which is bound to grow, there come what may.
Okay, and we're obviously limiting ourselves right now to a room air conditioner segment, right, sir?
In terms of your question, I am limiting myself to room air conditioner. There is a other product category which is growing, which is actually deep freezers or the commercial refrigeration products driven primarily by ice creams and other processed foods, which are getting consumed now in tier 3, 4, 5 markets as well. So that is the other product which is growing. But if you ask me about large air conditioning projects, the commercial construction is yet to take off. It is growing compared to previous year. It is better. But still we have a long way to go for a boom to occur. So still the vacant spaces are very high, occupations are not there. But shop, showroom, boutiques where there is no land clearance issue, environmental clearance issue, these segments are continuing to grow. The many fast food chains are going ahead and expanding within the city, on the highways, or in tier 3, 4, 5 cities, where again we participate in a different manner, what we call it as light commercial segment.
Sir, would you just be able to break the AC segment for us? So room air conditioners is about 40%. I mean, what about the rest?
You're talking about the industry or Blue Star?
Blue Star, sir.
In our case, it is so that has got actually a very limited meaning, as you can appreciate, in the sense it is right now at 40% for the simple reason some other segment is not growing. And let us say one metro railway order is received, this proportion will completely change. But what is important for you or your audience to understand is that in a complete air conditioning market, which is somewhere around 15,000 crores, some 11,000 crores is residential segment comprising room air conditioners. So you will get a perspective out of it. That is, the 11,000 crore out of 15,000 crore is simply room air conditioner. Globally also it is so. The residential consumption of air conditioning will be much larger than commercial part of it. More so in India, where we do not have yet a big commercial construction boom happening. So in Blue Star context, it is reflecting the same picture. At this point of a time, our room air conditioner business is more than 40%. This is the situation at present. But given our equity or our brand salience in the large air conditioning space, where for many decades we have been the leaders, once the market opens up, this proportion should slightly change. But in the near short term, I will always think that 30% of our total business will be coming in from room air conditioner business.
Okay. So broadly speaking, July is also an important month for as far as monsoons go. You'd want to, I mean, to what extent would your sort of rural, semi-urban sales depend on good monsoons? I mean, that'll, especially areas which are dependent on agriculture directly or indirectly.
Okay, first statement, which is strategic as well as philosophical as well as sentimental, what I would like to state is, between a big, harsh summer and a good monsoon, what I think is good for our industry is a good monsoon. Because good monsoon is going to be boosting the economy, and the sentiments completely changes, therefore consumer spendings will increase. So that monsoon is going to be somewhat closer to normal is a good news for us. So I am very happy it is raining widespread across the country, including north. That is first point. Second point is, in our case, 57% of our sales come from tier 3, 4, 5 cities. These are first-time buyers and aspirational middle-class population. And therefore, good rain is going to help us sustain this growth over the rest of the year. That is why I am confidently saying that 20% is somewhat worth looking at as a growth target for this year for Blue Star in the room air conditioner segment. So it is a welcome thing, and these tier 3, 4, 5 markets continue to feed Blue Star. That is the hope.
Okay, fair enough. We'll leave it there, sir. Mr. Thiagarajan, appreciate you explaining all those things very clearly for our viewers, and really good speaking with you as always. That's the management at Blue Star with that perspective. So, expecting about a 20% overall growth, sales growth for the year for Blue Star, compared to what he said could have been a 30% year if everything would have fallen in line. Well, that is not the case, but still 20% is not bad at all. Stocks, of course, have all done very, very well. I mean, in that, and there are some 6 or 7 listed players, by the way, in the AC segment, and over the last 2 years or so, they've all seen big re-rating, depending which one you look at. Some larger than others, but all of them have indeed re-rated. We're going to take a quick break here.